Guides here, everybody, another down and dirty guide. First off, let's go over changing the starting gear or loadout for your players. While the server is stopped, head over into Control Center and press the configuration button in the upper left hand corner. Once you're there, click the More tab, and in the bottom section you'll see a line for Global Loadout and for Global Backpack Loadout. Now you can't just type in AK-74 and expect that to work. You have to know the correct placement of that object in the line as well as the exact object name. For the object name, I've added a link in the description below to a page that shows all the loot tables for DayZ. Generally searching the page for keywords like Dew for Mountain Dewiness or Watch for the watch will find the exact object name for you. Once you have the object name, let's jump back over into Control Center. So again, we're on the configuration page and on the More tab, and we'll be editing the global loadout line first. As I mentioned earlier, you're going to need to place the object name in the correct location on the line. No matter how many times I try to memorize the structure, I can't. So I provided an example line in the description below. Copy and paste that line into the global loadout line, and voila, we've modified the starting gear. After all that hard work though, I could have told you to just click the drop down arrow to see some example loadouts. The global loadout for the backpack is a bit different here, and the drop down doesn't help you here, so I've included an example of a backpack loadout in the description below. Copy and paste that in, and now all the players will spawn with custom gear. I'm pretty sure you guys are smart enough to find your own object names as well as figure out the structure from these examples I've given you. So let's move on to adding some buildings to your mission. For the first part, we're going to need to use the Alt-E mission editor. I'm going to zoom through this rather quickly, so if you need a slightly slower explanation, check out the first episode of my mission editing series. So load up DayZ, and from the main menu, press Alt and E at the same time. Choose Chernarus and click Continue. From here, we're going to add a center and a group anywhere on the map and then navigate the map to the general area where we're going to want to put the new building. When we're in the general area, add a playable unit. We're going to need this unit so that we can actually save the map as well as preview what we put down. So now we're ready to place a building. Choose the vehicle option from the upper right hand side and then double click anywhere you want the building placed. So let's say I want a barracks placed in Electro. After I've double clicked the map, I'm going to scroll down to Military US and expand it. And from here, I'm going to choose Barracks and then hit OK. If I click Restart and then Preview, I can now see the barracks in my map. Okay, not the barracks that I was expecting, but you guys get the picture. Press Escape and then choose the Edit in 2D Map option. On the right side, click Save and name the mission to whatever you want. Leave the export option as User Mission and then click OK. Head back over to Control Center, click the Administration button, and log into your server instance. Choose the Tools menu option in your server instance, and from here we can import your new building. Scroll down to the Import Building section and click the Choose File option. You want to find your user profile for Arma 2 now. For Windows 7 users, it's in your Documents folder. From here, you go to Arma 2 Other Profiles, then your profile name, then Missions. In here, you'll find all the missions you've created. Open up the appropriate folder, and then choose the mission.sqf file. Once you're back on Control Center, click Submit, and you should get a little pop-up showing that your building was successfully added. That's all there is to it. Once you restart your server, your new building will have been added to the map. For the next video, I'll be taking your questions and answering them. In the description below is a link to a survey, so feel free to fill it out with some questions, and I'll try to answer them as best as I can. I'd also like to just say thanks to you guys for your support. It's been awesome making these guides for you guys. If you guys like this kind of stuff, be sure to check out my other channel, Guides Games. There's not much there right now, but I plan to start adding a ton more videos once I wrap up some projects here. As always, keep on derping. Alright guys, let's do this. Let's do this. Come down. Come on, second one. Second one. Yep, let's do it.